Hello everyone, just a quick update. I tried to connect the potentiometer and I couldn't get it to work. So I went to Home Depot and got this multimeter because you can test it using the ohms resistance. And at first I thought my potentiometer was broken, but it might just be that this multimeter only goes up to 2000 ohms and that may not be enough resistance, so it's overloading. So I'm going to return this and yeah, I initially was gonna get another potentiometer, but I don't think I am. So look, this is the one I have. I got with my kit. It says 10K, others say like 5K. Um, some say 1. I don't know. I think it's overloading, so I can't test the potentiometer to see if it's actually working. So I was gonna get a joystick one on Amazon, and I decided against that. And against the new multimeter, I'm just gonna return this. And I think what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna code using my phone instead. I'll use my phone as the potentiometer using an app called RemoteXY, and it helps you control your microcontroller, your LED, I guess, through this app. So I'm gonna try this instead, see if I can save some cash. And so I went back to my LED blinking because I know this is working. I cleaned up my breadboard. And my next step right now is I want to connect my ESP32-CAM to the motherboard or developer board like this so that I can actually monitor what's going on. It's going to make it easier to debug. Yeah, that's the next goal. Alright, so I just want to open up. I tried my best to wire my ESP32 developer board or this motherboard here to the cam using the breadboard so that I can plug in the USB and monitor on the Arduino serial monitor and see what's going on. I couldn't get it to work. I have no idea what was I doing wrong. I even tried, just a bunch of things, doing these connections here, and I was plugging in the GPIO 0 to the ground to get it into programming mode. I couldn't figure it out, so I just went back to, combining these, plugging it in, testing, or unplugging it, then testing, and I'm having to do that for now. So we'll see. Anyway, we were actually able to get our potentiometer to work. So I'll take a video of that on my phone. We used a combination of this video here from Science Buddies and this one, ICT4D-KH. I think they did a great job, and I used his code. I just changed some of the pin names there. So here's what we have. Let's see. So originally we had this. This will have our LED blinking in the original video, and now we've got this. So we have the potentiometer, the LED, and we're saying that the potentiometer, which is on 13, and my ESP32-CAM is our input value or input, and our 12, which is our LED, is our output. So that's what's receiving the analog read. So in our void loop, the potentiometer, the analog read is coming from pin 13, and the LED is getting mapped. The potentiometer goes from 0 to 1023, and that's getting mapped to from 0 to 255. And then we're writing this to the LED. So yeah, there we go. I'll show a video. Alright, so this is what we have. We're going to go ahead and turn this on. And turn this. Turn it down. So it kind of flickers there and it kind of resets almost. Very odd. I think it's just my connections are janky. So I'll show you the connections real quick. Also, this here is plugged in into a 9 volt adapter, which is nice because it won't run out of batteries. And this blue wire here is plugged into the slider of the potentiometer and into pin 13. This one here is going to be plugged into our positive, in quotes, and then this one is our negative. They're both plugged into the rail here at 5 volts, and that's plugged into the Arduino positive and ground, 5 volt and ground. And then it's the same connection as before. This black wire here is connected to our negative terminal on LED, and then we have that resistor, the 220 ohms, connected to the positive of the LED, and that's connected to pin 12. There we go, and it's working. Alright, now that we have that potentiometer working with the LED and it can dim it, I think our next step is going to be to go ahead and plug in a motor. So we have this already with us, the TB6612 motor driver, and we're going to plug in one of these motors here that we have as well. And yeah, hopefully we can get that working. And after that, hoping to plug in 2 of these and eventually the joystick, which would technically be our phone, using the RemoteXY button. But we'll get there. Yeah, that's next steps.